Hello everyone, myself Nidhi Pandya. Today's my topic of presentation of 106 paper number is Myth, Cycles of History and the Cultural Nationalism, a comparative study of national identity in selected poems of W.B. Yeats and the Rabindranath Tagore. These are my academic and presentation details. These are table of contents. Here is my research question. How do W.B. Yeats and the Rabindranath Tagore employ the myths and the historical cycles to construct, celebrate, and critique the cultural nationalism while forging a distinct national identity in their selected poems? My hypothesis is both poets use mythic imagery and the cyclical visions of history to promote a cosmopolitan cultural nationalism that values the spiritual unity and the hybrid identity over the aggressive political division. Yeats revives Irish myths for the cultural and the spiritual rebirth, while Tagore critiques narrow nationalism and envisions India as a moral pilgrimage of unity and universal humanity. Their poetry demonstrates that literature can awake authentic national consciousness without hatred or exclusion. This is the timeline of the W.B. Yeats and Rabindranath Tagore from 1861 to 1941. Introduction. Yeats and Tagore met in 1920 and deeply respected. Both poets met and deeply respected each other's vision despite writing from the opposite ends of the British Empire. Both use poetry to awaken the criticizing the narrowness of the politics. Their shared belief in a cosmopolitan form of nationalism that still challenges us today. This introduction sets the stage for the rich comparative journey. Its use of myth and cycles of history. Yeats saw history moving in the widening gyres, each age collapsing into the next. He turned to the ancient myth and showed that Shelley to imagine the Ireland's rebirth. The great memory he described lets us to speak with the past which is shown into the present. This mythical cycle is never purely political. It remains spiritually open to the larger human truths. Now, the second coming, the first poem of the W.B. Yeats, Apocalypse and the Historical Cycles. In the second coming, Yeats shows as an entire civilization spinning out of the control. The famous line about the center cannot hold captures the terror of the historical collapse. And yet, the poem also hints that rebirth through the myth. Reading it with the week's analysis of the great memory reveals Yeats' belief that even darkness can birth in a new spiritual truth. After that, second poem is Eastern 1916, Myth of the Sacrifice and the National Awakening. Eastern 1960 turns a political failure into a lasting myth. Yeats list ordinary people into a suddenly become heroic. The refrain, "A terrible beauty is born," captures his mixed feeling. Throughout the poetry, he gives his rising eternal life. Here, Reagan shows that how Yeats used literature to shape the Irish identity without blindly showing the glorification of the violence. After that, sailing to the Byzantium, art, eternity, vision on the nation, myth, and the history. Here, Tagore imagined India as a moral and spiritual force, never a fighting machine. He drew on ancient myth to show history moving toward the unity. Now, Quam explain here that how the Tagore saw the nationalistic as a dangerous epidemic. Instead of hatred, he offered through the pilgrimage and the universal sympathy. His poem still challenges that narrow patriotism today also. After that, where the mind is without fear, ideal national awakening. Tagore's most famous prayers ask for the nation where minds are fearless and knowledge flows freely. Here he rejects the narrow domestic walls that divide the people. That the poem is both national and the universal. It shows that cultural nationalism as an inner freedom first. Even today, the lines feels like blueprint of the tolerant societies. After that, the Bharat Tirth, India is a sacred pilgrimage. In Bharat Tirth, Tagore calls India a sacred pilgrimage for every race and the faith. He welcomes Aryan and non-Aryan alike. His history envisions the enriched culture. This mythic imagery of the unity and the contrasts sharply with the violent nationalism. Now, the poem offers a beautiful model of the inclusive identity. After that, the sunset of the century, a critique of nationalistic violence. Tagore here shows that the sunset of the century, on which was written on the New Year's Eve on 1899, he paints the nationalism as a monster devouring the everything. The blood-red clouds and the clashing steels are terrifying here, and QM calls this Tagore's strongest attack on the epidemic of the devil that nationalist spreads. After that, the comparative cycles of the history in Yeats and Tagore. Here I have shown that Yeats and Tagore both picture history as a cycles rather than a straight progress. Yeats watches civilization spin apart, Tagore sees the century end in a blood. Yet both poets find hope in renewal. This cycles goes on. This cycles warn against the pride and violence that is going to keep on. This shade pattern make their national ideas and visions feel timeless and deeply relevant. After that, comparative of the myth in constructing the national identity, which shows the aspect of myth use against colonialism, trauma, and the renewal type of the nationalism, overall role of the myth, where WB says myth as used Celtic and the classical myth restore the Irish identity, where Rabindranath Tagore says the pilgrim and the universal myth unify the India. After that, against the colonialism, W.B. Yeats explained that resist the cultural and erasure and the mimicry, while the Rabindranath Tagore explains it promotes the unity and the synthesis. Trauma here shows the turns historical failure into the renewal, while the Rabindranath Tagore transforms suffering into moral awakening. Here, WB showed the type of nationalism as a culture and the identity base, where the Rabindranath Tagore shows it cultural, universal, and inclusive. And after that, W.B. finally shows the overall role of myth is it rebuilds the identity, and Rabindranath Tagore says the unifies diversity while the staying open. After that, Yeats cultural nationalism and the literature and the identity. Yeats strongly believed that the great literature and the great nationality go together. He worked tirelessly in the Irish literary revival. Regan explained that the Yeats nationalism was complex because of his Protestant roots, and he's used myth to unite the people rather than the slogan. After that, Tagore's critique on the aggressive nationalism. Tagore calls the nationalism as a moral disease that feeds on the greed. QM shows here how the fiercely he opposed its violence. Cosmopolitan nationalism, hybrid identity in the both poem. William coins here the term cosmopolitan nationalism for the Yeats and Tagore. They love their countries deeply yet refuse to narrow the heart trade. Their hybrid identity resists the colonial mimicry. After that, post-colonial perspective. Post-colonial critics like Said and Regan sees the Yeats as a decolonizing artist. Tagore too used the literature to free the Indian minds. Electon here shows the collection of how deeply nationalism and both colonialism are linked. Both poets starts with the cultural self-confidence. My hypothesis is here justified as the analysis of the selected poem fully justified the hypothesis. Both Yeats and Tagore uses myths and historical cycles to promote the cosmopolitan culture nationalism with a spiritual rooted yet inclusive and the open to the world. Instead of aggressive division, their poetry fosters the hybrid nation identity that honor culture's heritage while embracing the universal values. Yeats and Rabindranath Tagore here shows that the literature can awake the authentic national consciousness without hatred or inclusion that remains highly relevant in today's age. Lessons for today: that both poets strongly warn that aggressive nationalism driven by the violence can never be fully help the nation. In contrast, they advocate the inclusive form of the cultural pride that welcomes the diversity and encourages the meaningful East and West dialogue, while their use of myth and cyclical history suggests that humanity is doomed to repeat its failure unless it learns deeper spiritual and moral lessons. Thus, literature becomes a powerful medium to healing collective wounds without creating new cycles of hatred. Dear conclusion. W.B. Yeats and Rabindranath Tagore transform a myth and historical cycles into profound instrument for showing the cosmopolitan cultural nationalism, shaping a vision rooted in national identity and that firmly resist the hatred, violence, and exploitation. These are my learning outcomes. I have learned from that they employ the myths and the historical cycles to construct, celebrate, and critique cultural nationalism. I developed a critical thinking and creative about how to see the nationalism and cosmopolitan nationalism. This is the infographic which shows my summary of my full presentation. These are references. Thank you, everyone. Any questions? Um, Nidhi, my question is that how do yet violent cycles of history compared to modern global crises such as war and political instability? In W.B. Yeats and from his vision, here into the second coming, he shows the symbol of the widening gyres, which shows and his theory explained that the society and everything falls apart and civilization and war happens. But always, whenever there is a collapse, there is a renewal also. That shows that the real violent cycles are the of history which compares the modern global crisis, that even if there is a war, there will be a renewal. And if we see the visions of the Tagore, then it will be from the, he will say that it is a moral thinking of the cultural and the cosmopolitan nationalism. He will avoid it through the moral thinking and from the show it as a human responsibility. That is my answer.
So my question is: in the age of globalization and digital culture, it still is myth still relevant in shaping national identity?
Yes, yes, the myths are still relevant because it shows that its form has been changed. Myths are still relevant and has been read, but the form of myth has been taken by the social media and the social platforms, which shows the cruelty of the war and everything. Here, Yeats could be emphasizing upon that how the new media and myth can build the identity, national identity. While if it was Tagore who will be answering, then it will be uses it to the promote the unity, showing that the myths can either unite the people and and it can create a division depending on our how it is used. So the it can be showed that myth can help us into relevant time also, but through the new form social media and the every social platforms. Thank you, everyone.